Aries, happy February 2018. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards a little more than I normally do. Ooh, and yours are already flying out all over the place here. So, Aries, you ready for the big month of love? Just kidding. It's February, you know, Valentine's Day, but I mean, it's only fun to celebrate when you have somebody to celebrate with, or, you know, you can get chintzy and kind of dorky with somebody. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I hope January has treated you well and February treats you even better. So you guys have had a pretty positive upswing coming in to the year. I'm hoping it's continuing that way. As you know, my videos are based on love, and anybody looking to reconcile, or singles love, and anybody looking to reconcile. But generally singles, because those are, you know, just the people who happen to contact me, etc. I have had some people ask about, you know, relationships, and I may start doing like a mid-month where I, you know, bring that into play as well, relationships. But right now, you guys just had like a bunch of cards pop out here, so let me put them down. You know, I may bring that into play and do like a mid-month reading, but sometimes the mid-months are a little hard for me just because, you know, I have a lot going on, etc. And so I try not to say I'm absolutely going to do it, although I know I've said before that I am going to try and do them. Any likes, comments, subscribes, you know, it's really important if you guys comment, so I know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of. Like if mid-months are really important to you guys, then I'll, you know, try and be better about committing to do those. If you want a private read, the information's in the description. Again, you know, if you want to like, subscribe, that's super important and really appreciated. Check your sun. Oh, more cards are falling out here. Check your sun, moon, and rising. As some months, those may resonate with you more than others, because as you know, this is a general read. Therefore, sometimes those other signs will give you a little more clarity what you're looking for. You know, and then you can kind of get the bigger picture. So hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but we'll see. I'm going to try and cut these videos down a little bit more. I've been doing them at like 40, 50 minutes. And I know that some of you are kind of like, oh, I have stuff to do. So let's see what we can do to cut it down, but still give you all the information that you need. All right. And then I'm going to get your theme of the month card. So let me shuffle these really quick. Again, ooh, and there you go. Your theme of the month popped right out. King of Wands. All right, let's get started, Aries. February 2018. All right, so we'll always start with your current position coming into the month. And you have the Ace of Wands, which is a beautiful card. Immediately I could say, hey, you know, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, some of you could be impregnated, getting impregnated. The Ace is about new beginnings, new opportunities, but it is also a very mothering, nurturing energy. So it's very good. If you're single, then this definitely talks about having things in place as far as knowing where you're going, passionate, you know, having some sort of enthusiasm about something and some sort of creativity about something. This definitely says if you're single, maybe it's been a while. You know, I know in past videos I've said, Aries, some of you are like gung-ho and some of you are not so sure. And this definitely says that some of you are coming into February like, let's do this. I'm ready to meet somebody exciting, etc. So that's definitely a good place to be in, especially if you're single, because you have some sort of drive or energy behind it. Could be, you know, the old shtickler Valentine's, and it could just be that maybe you're enjoying yourself and you've been dating and having a good time doing that. And therefore, you know, you want to continue that. Some of you, it's kind of new and fresh, and so there's that excitement behind it. And others of you have been dating and really had some success. Aries don't seem to have a hard time meeting people, so that's definitely a positive vibe for you guys. If you're looking to reconcile, this is about having the passion to maybe make it work. And again, there could be some sort of motherhood, some sort of parenting. Maybe you had kids, step kids together, and you know, that's kind of going to bring you guys back together because you realize that, you know, your energy and enthusiasm about your family has never failed, but maybe you guys need to work on the actual relationship. So I kind of skipped over this, not meaning to, sorry, but the King of Wands is your theme of the month. So throughout the month, things that you may feel or experience. And this is somebody who is very inspired, somebody who has ethics and leadership and boldness, somebody who other people look up to. So that's definitely a good energy to have for the month, because this means that you're looking to achieve something greater, something than the greater good, something that is not tangible, something that inspires other people or inspires yourself or inspires your family or inspires the people around you. This is you wanting to put like your best foot forward, kind of on top of the world, feeling amazing, but also being very ethical in it and having, you know, this kind of leadership quality where people really want to listen and pay attention to you because what you're putting out in the universe is good vibes. So Aries, great place to be for the month. You know, keep the good vibes, keep the momentum going. It only brings that back. It only comes back tenfold. You put out the positive, you're going to get the positive. You put out the negative, you get the negative. And this month, it doesn't look like you're interested in putting out the negative. So back to this Ace of Wands. Again, if you're single, this is very good. This is passion about meeting somebody. This is passion about finding somebody that you could really imagine spending the rest of your life with. And if you're looking to reconcile, this is feeling like, you know, and I say creative because it's like a, look, let's try something different. This didn't work for us. This didn't work for us. But the question of love is not necessarily in limbo. We care about each other. We have this strong connection. It's whether we can overcome the hurdles that have brought us to the place that we're in currently. The next card you have is anything internal that you're feeling throughout the month of February, or coming into the month, I should say. And you have the High Priestess. So this is definitely somebody who is willing to listen, willing to learn, willing to kind of figure things out. And it's very interesting because I said with the King of Wands, here is your theme of the month. This is inspiration that's bigger than yourself. It's something that you can't contain or control. And the High Priestess is somebody who is spiritual and dreaming and feeling very kind of like a holiness, but not a holier than thou-ness. I don't even think that whole thing was a word or a sentence, but you know what I mean. The High Priestess is very much somebody who is like, look, I'm looking for the greater good in myself and other people. I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of the bigger picture. If you're single, this is saying, okay, like this, it doesn't always have to be negative. It doesn't always have to be a ho-hum experience. Yes, a lot of us have had negative dating experiences, but this is you if you're single going, okay, I'm ready to look at the whole picture. What are my other options? Okay, if online dating's not working for me, then guess what? Suck it up, buttercup, and figure out something else. And that's kind of you internally going, you know, why? Let's not put such a negative stigma on dating or finding love. You're kind of like, don't naysay the fact that there's somebody out there who could be really special for me. Somebody out there who could really be a part of my life. Like you have this encouraging, overwhelming, sorry, I shouldn't have said underwhelming. But maybe it's been underwhelming before and now it's overwhelming because it's like a passionate energy that you haven't felt in a long time. And you're just kind of like, I'm not interested in anybody boo-booing on my parade. So if you are looking seriously, or if you're thinking about dating, some of you, I really get the feeling that the majority of you have been dating and it hasn't been negative, but it's not exactly where you want to be, but you have like this faith and positivity that it will be. And you're kind of realizing like, if you naysay the dating world and you naysay, oh, it's so terrible and it's awful and everybody's schmucks and they're all crazy and I can't deal with the bullshit, then you could end up in negative situations. And so you're kind of going with the vibe like, hey, I'm here. You know, this energy is very like cool, calm, and collected. Somebody who, yes, has the ferocity of a fire sign, but is very, which obviously Aries is fire, but it's more of a, like an energy that's consistent, an energy that's positive, really vibing one with the universe, so to speak. So if you're single, coming out as the High Priestess is definitely good because this is you saying, okay, I believe in something bigger. I believe in the universe or somebody else, you know, universe, take the wheel and guide me in the direction I need to go. And it's kind of working for some of you. If you're looking to reconcile, this is also you saying, look, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And if it's not, it won't. And you're realizing that no matter how much you try and control it, or no matter what you do, like, if it's going to happen, if it's supposed to be divine timing for you, it's going to happen. And you're kind of tired of pushing it or feeling like you're making it happen. And this is you going, okay, I'm not going to make it happen. Like, I'm going to let things lay. And for Aries, that can be really hard because you guys are so passionate and so fierce with this, you know, burning energy that it's really hard to not be like, come on, come on, come on. Come on, what's going on? I want an answer. And this is you kind of going, all right, I'm going to go with the flow a little more. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past few years. It's generally long term. It's generally a long time ago, and it's, you know, sometimes it can go back to your past. Now, this is a Five of Swords. So this is somebody who has been stabbed in the back before. This is somebody who is, you know, taken the grit and had to, you know, really circumvent and really figure out how they were going to survive in a world that kind of seemed like it was after them. People feeling defeated or kind of dishonored. So I always read this together for singles and anybody looking to reconcile. And this is somebody who, you know, at one point you had a relationship and look, they cheated or they lied to your face. And you were like, I know you're lying, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And in the end, they backstabbed you to no end. In certain situations, it was worse than others. So a lot of you, Aries, are kind of defensive in that way because you've been burned and you don't want to be there again. Now, this could be, like I said, a long time ago. I mean, this could be, you know, high school years, and it's affected how you felt the rest of your life. It could be a first marriage. It could even be like you watched your parents burn each other. Like you watched, you know, your dad leave your mom or your mom leave your dad or some sort of cheating or like there was a family scandal, excuse me, and you just decided, I'm not willing to put myself in this situation. And the reason that this comes up this month is because either you need to avoid repeating certain patterns, right? You need to avoid dating certain people that you know aren't good for you, reading the red flags better, and really going with your instinct. Or you need to know that not everybody is out there to get you. Not everybody is going to treat you like that. Easier said than done, I get it. But still, like, there's two different energies here. Either let go and let live and continue and harness this really good energy, or feel that negative energy and allow that to keep you from meeting somebody really good, or, you know, you sabotaging the relationship based on having trust issues because, let's face it, somebody was a douchebag and there you go. And it sucks and we've all dealt with it, but this is your time to shine. So don't be self-defeating. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or two, excuse me, very interesting. So you have a 5 and a 5. So I'm thinking your number may be 5 for the month. Maybe the 5th of February or 5 weeks or 5 days, the 15th, the 25th, etc. Because you have 2 5s in a row here. But this is chaos. So you have the 5 of Wands. But this is kind of a controlled chaos. So this isn't, the 5 of Wands doesn't scare me. It's like, it is a very chaotic card, but it's a chaos that's going to settle down. It's more like a competition or figuring out priorities. This is more of a chaos, like, where do I find time for this? So Aries, if you're dating, if you're single and you're dating, or you're single and thinking about dating, this is saying some of you may be like really thinking about a strategy of, how do I fit this into my life? Where does the dating come in? I really want to meet somebody, and right now I want to fill that void of human connection because I'm really missing that and I really want that. But I have kids, I have a job, I have all these things. So you've been worrying about priorities and how to fit it in. But really what it comes down to is that's not going to be a problem when you find somebody worth fitting them in, if that makes sense. Then it won't feel like you're actually having to fit them in. It'll just feel like you're moving some chess pieces around and making, you know, the puzzle kind of complete. So yes, this seems kind of chaotic in the past few weeks, past month or so. It seems like it has been. I mean, Aries, this could be that you're single and you have a plethora of dates and you're just not even sure which way is up. You're talking to this guy, you're talking to this girl, you're talking to so-and-so, and you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't even keep this straight. I feel like I'm going on a date every day, but it doesn't seem like you're disappointed with it. You just want to make sure that it doesn't overwhelm you or doesn't start feeling like a priority, that, you know, you want it to remain fun and you want it to remain interesting and you want to meet good, decent people. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this says that to get to this point of feeling like a positive energy towards a chance at reconciliation, this 5 is saying, look, you know, you've had to get your priorities straight. What do you want? If you really want this person, what can you do in your life to help maneuver through any ups and downs that you guys have had? This is you kind of saying, let's straighten things out. Let's get things into some sort of balance. I don't like the chaos. I don't like the craziness. And for some of you, there was a lot of chaos, and there was maybe some drama and some unhealthy words and some fighting, and now that's kind of calmed down, and you're going, look, if our love and our family or whatever you guys had together is that important, then we need to get our priorities in check. Then we need to figure, hey, is our family and our life and what we had worth sorting all of this through, even though it's going to take some time and it's going to take some energy. But it looks like you're kind of at the tail end of really figuring out. And it may just be that you guys didn't have a priority for each other. And not that you didn't want to, but everything else took precedence, jobs and home life and all of that, to where you didn't put each other first. And now you're starting to realize that that may be something that you should have done, you know, a little better. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, generally over, you know, the next 3 months, and you have the 3 of Cups. So this is about celebrating. This is about meeting new people. So if you're single, I don't think that you're going to meet like the one this month, Aries. Although you could. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. But the 3 of Cups is about friendship. Excuse me. It's about parties, celebrations and gatherings. So if you're single, this is you enjoying it. And again, it could be like, okay, you've had this chaos of all these people to date, and now you've kind of narrowed it down to, you know, a few that you really feel are deserving or worth your time. And this is celebration. So over the next few weeks, next month or two, I think you're going to be meeting people that is worth celebrating, you know, time together, taking trips, having new adventures. It may be even that you join some sort of meetup group, or, you know, some sort of dating that's not like the online dating, and you guys are all like a singles group that goes out and has fun and takes trips, day trips, camping, whatever it is. But the 3 of Cups is definitely a good, positive energy. Now, you want to make sure that if you're looking for something serious and you're looking for not just the lust, then don't get too heavy into the partying on this, because this could symbolize like a lot of extra celebration, a little lustful. If that's what you want, hey, doesn't look like there's a problem getting that if that's what you want, Aries. But if you don't want that, this is about building new friendships, and it's exciting and you're enjoying it. And the next few months, that's what you're going to do, is build on friendships that could eventually become something more. If you're looking to celebrate, if you're looking to reconcile, this is kind of a celebration of you guys getting back together. It's very weird. It's not weird, but I don't generally get a lot of energy where it's like, yes, you will get back together, or yes, but this is almost like, yes, it's a call for a celebration because we're doing this, we're going to make a go at it, and we've got our ducks in a row, and we've kind of figured out this chaos. And so in the next couple of months, you may be celebrating because you may just get back together and things are hunky-dory. You may also have a proposal of some sort. You may also find out that one of you is pregnant, you know, but there's definitely a cause for celebration if you're looking to reconcile as well. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, next month, and throughout February. And that's an excellent card as well. So this is basically the dream card. It's the 9 of Cups. It's one of my favorite cards. This is all about joy, bliss, peacefulness, finding, you know, some sort of success in life. And since this is a love reading, this is about meeting somebody. So if you're single, like I said, I'm not sure that you're going to meet the one this month, although you could. But this says that you're going to like narrow it down to a few. And this is kind of like, some of you have had a really crappy experience in dating, and you're just like so excited. This is like, hey, I've met like 3 people that really could possibly be somebody I could see myself settling down with. So you're excited, and if you're not right now, because I know some of you are like, dark dove, I haven't met anybody, what are you talking about? Again, it's general, but on top of that, this is up and coming. This isn't today. So if you haven't, this is saying, look, it's coming. This is manifesting what you want. This is saying, you know, if you put into motion and put out into the universe what you want, and it's positive and you're keeping it, and again, this king energy where you're making it so people want to connect with you. They're magnetized to you. They're drawn to you because you're putting out this vibe of happiness and creativity and passion that you're going to be able to, you know, manifest what you want out of it, as long as you're keeping it real. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like somebody proposed, or somebody's going to propose, or somebody's coming back in, and you feel like your dreams are coming true, or you're feeling like everything is kind of coming together. And normally I would be like, look, I'm going to heed like a warning, don't, but I mean, you've got celebration here, and then you have joy, peace, bliss, you know. I mean, really, for a lot of you, I think now's the time, more than any other month that I've seen in a while, for pretty much any other sign. It kind of seems like things would align if you guys make a go of it. Some of you may be like, well, we're not even in contact. Well, maybe now's the time. And then I know I'm going to get people who are like, well, I messaged him or her, and they, okay, well, it's up to you. You can either sit and say, well, they won't contact me, or I've contacted them, or whatever, or you can do something about it and then say, hey, in 4 weeks, if I haven't heard from them, or they don't communicate with me, or we can't get it together, then we're not going to do it. But this is saying, if you have the connection, if you guys put in the effort, there's endless possibilities here for you guys to make another go at it. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month, anything, you know, that you'll see throughout February. It could be the first day, the last day, it could be for 1 day, 10 days, etc. Excuse me, and you have the Six of Swords. So this is about retreat. It can be about like abandoning all notions. But if you're single, this is saying you may be joining a group and taking retreats and doing different things. This is about travel. This is somebody who is, you know, kind of living life and enjoying, you know, just having a good time. So if you're single, I definitely see some of you may be taking a trip. Hey, maybe you met a couple people and one of them is going to invite you on like a Valentine's fiesta. Or again, if it's a group of people and you guys are hanging out together and doing things, there's some sort of adventure laying in wait. But it may just be that you met 1 or 2 people and there's some sort of adventure coming up. Now, this can be retreating. So this may be, hey, Aries, you know, you've got a plethora of people. It's kind of chaos. You're celebrating. You have a lot of people interested in you. A lot of people you're going to be connecting with. And this may mean throughout the month, you may take a reprieve from it, right? You may say, well, I'm online dating right now, but I'm going to take a couple days off because it's overwhelming. I'm getting my priorities in balance. Like, you know, it's like you don't want to drown in anything because you don't want that negativity about finding love and peace and balance coming back in. You want to be able to see it as a high priestess and say, I'm enjoying this, and this is a good thing, and love is a good thing, and meeting people and human connection and interaction is very positive. And so if you ever start feeling that you're getting negative vibes from the dating scene, take a break for a minute. Just take a break. No big deal. You don't have to take a break for a long time, and it's not negative. And again, it could be an adventure that you're going on. If you're looking to reconcile, this is saying slow down too. Like, all of this is very positive, and you may feel like your dreams are coming true, but this is saying, look, if things start getting ugly, or if things start repeating patterns, or if you feel like it's not working, it may be time to retreat. And if, like I said, the read is very positive that there's another go at it for you, Aries, but if there's not, or if you have tried and it's not working, then this says, okay, then maybe it's time to cut and run. Maybe it's time to say it's not working. So I think it's going to be very obvious to you if you're looking to reconcile. Either it's going to be kind of like, it just kind of, you know, the universe kind of takes over and things work out, and you guys start contacting, you start regaining that contact again, and then things run smoothly, or they're not. And then it's like, okay, well, it's time to just go because I want all of this, but it's not going to be there. And then what you have looking forward to is new friendships, celebration, and enjoying yourself. The next card you have is anything internal throughout the month of February that you're going to be feeling. So anything, you know, inside that may come up. Again, it could be 1 day, 2 days. It could be, you know, like the beginning, middle, end, etc. And you have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very intellectual, but she's also can be very critical. So if you're looking to date, this is saying, okay, you're going to meet people and you may not like everything they have to say, but you're very insightful. It's almost like you can tell when people are BSing you or when they're being honest. So you're going to have this energy throughout the month a little bit where you're going to have to go, okay, I'm not willing to ruin this positivity. I'm not willing to ruin what the universe has in store with me by all of a sudden developing negative thoughts because of one or two people who aren't great. So you're just going to have to make sure that you're seeing things clearly. You're going to have to make sure that you can tell when somebody's BSing you. And if they are, just let it go. Because if you start getting overly critical of dating, you'll get back in that negative spot. Now, I'm also warning you, like if you're single, there's only one thing that I want to warn you about here, and it's that you don't want to get overly critical on yourself, because you are going to be attracting people. You are going to have kind of a magnetism, like I said, throughout the month. That is going to invoke people to put you down, or that is going to invoke people who don't want to see you happy. That is going to, sometimes if you're like, oh, I'm sorry, it didn't work out for me. What? Screw you. Well, guess what? You know what? That's life. Move on. There's like 20 million, well, I don't know the count. I'm not even going to say because I could be way off, but you know, there's millions of people out there who are single. But just make sure you don't let that bring you down, because you may feel defensive. You're going to be attracting a lot of people, and they may not like it if you're not, you know, going, oh, you're the one that I've been waiting for this whole time. So just make sure that you understand that you're seeing things clearly, that it is still dating, and that there will be people who try and take the joy out of it, and don't allow them to do that. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, if you really want this and you really want the celebration, then you've got to stop with the critical, and they've got to stop with the critical as well. So if you guys are trying to analyze everything and trying to figure out what went wrong, and no, focus on, we're giving it another go, or at least we're communicating. Focus on the positive. For whatever reason, Aries, this month is all about positive love for you. Like if you put the love out there, you're going to get the positive love in return. And you got to watch yourself, because Aries are very good about expressing their feelings, but not really, it's not that you don't care how it comes across, but you don't sugarcoat things. You say what's on your mind because you believe that's the best way to communicate and get things across, which it is. But when you're in a situation where you guys are looking to reconcile, it can come across harsh if you guys start nitpicking, or if you start bringing up the past. So it may come down to saying, look, if we're really going to do this and wipe the slate clean, we acknowledge that we both hurt each other. We acknowledge that there were negative energies here, but we have to get past that to get this. Like, it's almost like you've been waiting for this, they've been waiting for this. If you guys really want this, then don't be critical or start pointing fingers, because you're just going to end up in a negative space again. The next card you have is the end of the month, how you're going to be feeling, anything internal that you're going to need to look out for at the end of the month. And you have Temperance, which is all about balance, patience, control. So if you're single, this is definitely a good thing, because this is like saying, okay, you kind of got through the chaos. You met a few people that you like, you know, maybe one or two. You're excited about the process, but don't push it too hard either, because everything in moderation, everything in balance. It's like I said here, this is a celebration. It could be a party, but if you get into, you know, going out and going to the clubs, drinking a lot, or lustful situations, then you may feel like you're becoming unbalanced, and you may start feeling a negative angst towards dating again. So even though you're going to have a lot of people who are interested in you, and you're going to connect with a lot of people, have that balance, keep that moderation, keep a level head, because it can get very overwhelming. And if you want to find somebody that suits you really well, you know, you've just got to kind of keep that work-life, mind-body balance in order. So Temperance is just saying, at the end of the month, you're going to feel like, okay, I'm dating a few people, this is good, but you're gonna control the whole situation, if that makes sense. Not control it because you've got the universe playing a big role here this month, but this is you kind of saying, okay, if it's not feeling good, or if it's getting out of hand, or if this person's a big partier and that's not what I'm looking for, or this person just wants sex and that's not what I'm looking for, Temperance is saying, you know, you'll balance it out. You'll figure it out. You'll be able to get what you need in moderation without it becoming, you know, chaotic again. But if you're looking to reconcile, Temperance is saying, be patient and compromise. So this goes back to this Queen of Swords. This is you know, no finger pointing, like agree to have a clean slate and compromise. Temperance is saying, look, there's a reason you guys want to be together. There's a reason that you are getting back together if that's the case for you. But with that, you guys have to agree to disagree on some things, or you're going to end up again in a negative headspace and you don't want to be there. Now, your outcome for the month, well, there you go, Aries. Let's just end it here. Your outcome for the month is the Star, and that's beautiful. The Star is hope. It's inspiration. It's really anything you could want. Now, if you're single, this definitely tells me that you may not find the one this month, but that's up and coming. This is like you're going to find kind of your shooting star. This is about self-esteem and just really being generous with your love and your emotions. And I mean, you have two amazing cards here, the Star and the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups will turn into celebration and, you know, getting to know people. If you're single, I think you're going to meet one or two people that you're going to develop a solid friendship. But in the end, you're going to find that Star. There's going to be somebody here that's just very inspiring to you. They kind of bring out this passionate energy. I mean, the Star is a beautiful outcome for the month because that means that you're on the right track. And it just means that you're inspired and that you have this energy that people want to be around you because you're carefree. You're just not trying to control the situation. You're allowing things to flow. And that can be hard because Aries likes to know, you know, what's coming up next. But that's beautiful. The Star is amazing. And if you're single, this means like good things are coming. But I have to say, Aries, what's the most exciting about it is that this is happening because of who you are inside right now. This is happening because of what you're possessing inside you. This energy that's like an overwhelming, beautiful, again, magnetic energy. And that's really what you should focus on this month, is how to keep that momentum going. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this is kind of your dream come true. Like, this is hope that you've had for a long time. This is faith that you never allowed to dwindle, even when things got chaotic. You never let, you know, the fire go out. And it really looks like if you're wanting to reconcile, that this is, you know, something coming up that could be pretty amazing. So I'm going to pull a clarifying card here for both the distant future and your outcome of the month. Now, you have the Six of Wands for the clarifying card here for the Three of Cups. Now, the Six of Wands is about victory. It's finally about getting what you want. So let's start with reconciliation first. If you're looking to reconcile, this says you can get what you want. You can have an abundance of love. You can have an abundance of hope. And it says that, yes, if you're looking to reconcile, there's a very positive vibe here that this can manifest and happen. Same. You're going to be meeting people that are friends, that can become more than friends, that can that you can really embrace. You're going to feel like, wow, I finally beat the dating game, because you're going to meet the Star. Now, your clarifying card for the Star is the Devil, which is very interesting, so I wanted to clarify it again, and I get the Two of Coins. Now, the Devil is somebody who can be jealous, somebody who has addictions, somebody who can be negative. So, if you're single, you're still going to meet the superstar, but you may come between two people and you're going to have to choose. One may be telling you everything you want to hear and everything they're going to tell you your dreams are coming true. And the other one may just want to be a really good friend of yours that develops into something amazing. So you're going to have to be able to figure out which one it is. You will to find the superstar, but it may just be kind of a third party situation where you're going to be going between two people, and eventually you're going to have to weed out the Devil. Now, I clarified it with the Two of Coins, which is amazing because this is two people coming together. This is two people kind of, you know, growing and really starting to strive to become something greater or form a friendship. So if you're single, this month is all about balancing and change. It's very interesting because the Two of Coins is almost exactly like Temperance here, right? Because Temperance is about priorities, balance, change. The Two of Coins is almost identical here. And you also have another priority card here with the Five of Wands. So this is saying, look, if you're single, I really feel like it's going to come down to two options. You're going to have the two options. One of them is the Devil. One of them is the Star. You will know. Your instincts will figure it out. Just make sure you're looking for that balance. You know what's, look, your instinct is going to tell you this month, this person balances me out and this person does not. So don't get caught up in the, oh, he looks amazing, she looks amazing. Like, really trust your gut, because one of these people is a shining star. One of these people is somebody who's going to be amazing. And then you're going to have this victory dance of, wow, I finally like overcame the dating game and it's freaking fantastic. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is the same. The clarification, you have the devil here. Make sure that you guys don't get into old patterns. Like if you guys were jealous or if you had trust issues, don't go there, because you won't be able to balance it out or have this planning. It's like I said here, don't get overly critical. So watch this devil. Now, could be that some of you were dealing with somebody who had vices, who had addictions, who had difficulties in life, and that kind of came between the relationship. Make sure they're 100% where they need to be. If you really want to be with that person, and let's say they had to go to rehab, or let's say they were just always jealous or always really overbearing, whatever it is, if you start to see that devil come out, then you may want to hit the road and run, like we talked about here. I think the majority of you are going to find that the devil doesn't interfere here. But it is a warning here that needs to be heeded, that hey, you know, make sure that you're not, that nobody's, you know, nobody's disguising themselves for something they're not. So Aries, I think it's going to be an amazing month. This star right here makes it all worthwhile. This 9 of Cups is dreams coming true. So February 2018, have a fantastic month, and I will see you soon.